Tales of the legendary Hawaiian Night Marchers have been passed down for generations amongst native Hawaiians. Once the protectors of great kings, they still march along the Hawaiian paths, performing their duties. It is also said that if you hear the blow of the conch shell and the beating of drums, you better run. Hey Wanderers! Welcome back to another Foolish Wanderers podcast, the podcast about anything and everything. Today we're taking a throwback to Kendra's vacation in Hawaii a few weeks ago, and we're going to be talking about a local legend, the Hawaiian Night Marchers.
I'm excited.
Are you?
Yeah.
I'm kind of glad you didn't know about them though before you went, because I feel like you'd have been a little bit paranoid.
Yeah, definitely, because we were on the big island of Hawaii, and
Okay.
we did, one day we tried to do, like, a loop around the island,
Okay.
and we ended up driving through, like, the mountains in, like, the pitch black, and it was, like, raining.
Oh, you
And
won't like that later.
Like, we're at, like, because we didn't get back until maybe, like, 1 in the morning or whatever, but, like, the road, there wasn't a lot of cars and stuff, and then there were, like, different little, like, outcrop areas where you could park and, like, look at the stars because
Okay.
the sky is so clear and you're up in, like, the mountain, like, the volcanoes, right?
Sure. Yeah.
So, the stars are, like, really predominant, right?
That's cool.
So,
Yeah.
we would stop, and then you'd be, like, the only car there, and it gets sort of, like, hazy and foggy up there, and it was already creepy, and I'm
Uh-huh.
glad I didn't know about the Hawaiian Night Marchers because I think, yeah, probably would've had, like, an anxiety attack or something.
Yeah, especially that late at night and when it's misty.
The
I'll read
mist
a
is
little
the
bit.
worst part, and, like, you're the only like, there's very few cars,
Yeah, that's scary.
and it was raining, yeah, which just felt like a Scooby-Doo episode.
Oh, that's kind of fun though. Well, not when you're like
No!
in it, but like, did you hear any beating of drums or like see any torch lights when you were in the dark?
Not that I remember.
Okay, good. That is a very good thing.
I
Okay.
mean, if I had heard them, would I still be here on the
It
podcast?
depends.
Okay.
It depends. So we'll get into it.
On my soul or how many, like...
We'll get into it.
Okay.
This is so trigger warning for you wanderers if you have so there's gonna be mentions of like death and murder a little bit. So if you don't want to listen to this episode, we understand. But yeah, so it's Night Marchers are kind of like a legend, but it's like pretty much if you live in Hawaii, if you like are local, you've seen or like know somebody that has like connections to the Night Marchers, like either seen them, have heard them, or like know people that have seen or heard them or like encountered them. So it's very predominant.
Okay, they're active. All right.
Yeah, very active. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Also, do you remember what? Sorry, I don't know if you want to share this or not, but like, do you remember what days you were there? Like, what days of the month? Because that comes into play later too.
I was there. I arrived. I was there. What was it? I got there April 30th, and then I was there for Lay Day, which is May 1st, and then I left. What is it? 7 days after that.
Okay, so I think you're in a time window that was
6th.
Safe. Okay, you're in a safe window.
Well, when do they? All right, we'll get into that.
Yeah, we'll get into the time period.
Okay. I don't think they're going to do anything on Lay Day.
So what is Lay Day? I'm not familiar with that. Is that like a celebration of like...
Yeah, it's like the celebration of their state, I think. And everyone had like leis around, and you were supposed to just like spread like the message of aloha, I think.
Oh, that's cool.
I mean, I bet there's more to it, but I don't think the hotel put a lot of effort into like presentation.
Oh no. Well, that sounds like fun though.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's get into it. So the legends of the Night Marchers are rooted in ancient Hawaii, which was once governed by a strict caste system. So basically, you know, like there's your kings, like your chiefs, and then there's
Mhm.
people that serve them, and basically down to commoners. It was very, that's what their culture was. So the Hawaiian Night Marchers are spirits of ancient Hawaiian warriors who have been cursed to march the islands for eternity. So when the Alehi, or chief, passed through a village, his warriors would blow their conch shells and beat their drums to announce his arrival. And commoners were then expected to stare at the ground and never, ever make eye contact with them.
Cool.
So the consequence of disobeying this kapu, or rule, was death. Like immediate death.
Yeah.
Yeah. So legend has it that they spent their nights roaming the islands, visiting old battlefields and religious sites. Others say that these warriors are simply restless souls looking to reclaim rightful territory, replay a battle gone awry, or avenge their own deaths. Some even say that the Night Marchers are searching for an entrance to the next world. So who are they? The Night Marchers are said to march in a single line, often carrying torches and weapons while chanting and playing drums. You may also notice a musky, sulfur-like smell when they are near. So,
Farting.
yeah, just farting up a storm. That's why it's
Mhm.
misty all the time.
Mhm.
So in most stories, the Night Marchers are ghostly warriors that march through jungles and towns. They are seen wearing their traditional uniforms or costumes. In their past lives, they protected the high-ranking chiefs were so sacred that no mortal man or woman was allowed to even look at them. In ancient Hawaii, it was believed that the Alehi, or chiefs, were descendants of gods. Because of their lineage, they were said to have had special powers or mana. It is said that a lower ranking person, like a commoner for example, if they were to even look at the chief, he or she would be taking some of the chief's power away. It was also believed that if the chief's shadow were to touch a lower class person, the power would be taken from him. So like even if they're like bowing on the ground and the shadow passed over them, they would be taking the chief's power away, so they'd be killed right away.
Cool.
So since they would be killed right away, then the power it'd be like go back to the chief right away. Like it wouldn't be absorbed
Mm.
by the commoner. So that's why like you die right away.
The shadow, thing is interesting. I've never heard of that. Like, I've heard of,
Oh,
like,
it's
the
interesting.
eyesight, obviously do not make, direct eye contact with,
Mhm.
eyes are the what do they say? Like, eyes are the window to the soul,
Yeah. Yep.
right? Isn't that what all
Yep.
the poets say?
Yeah.
So, I get that that would be like a suck whatever my energy out of the eye, but, like,
Yeah.
the shadow one is interesting.
It is. Yeah, it's just like anything that from this powerful like chief that would
Yeah.
even touch you is, yeah, take his power away, which is interesting. So there were rules, or kapu, set in place to make sure that this didn't happen. And if you were to disobey these rules, you were at risk of being killed.
Yeah, so when I was in Hawaii, we went to this cool like state park. Or was it
Okay.
maybe it was a national park? No, it was a state park. And it was called the City of Refuge.
Okay.
And it was a place where people I think I got a map. I have my map because I'm a nerd. I keep the maps. But basically, like if the citizen broke kapu, so the law, they would
Mhm.
have to try and get to this sanctuary to beg for forgiveness.
Oh, okay.
So
So
it
they have
was
to like run across the island basically to the sanctuary? Is that what it
that,
is?
or like there's like this. So the lava there, like
Mhm.
this black rock, like the whole like there's like parts where there's like sand and everything, but a lot of
Mhm.
like the coast is just like jagged, nasty like lava rock.
Oh, sure.
And
Yeah.
they said that a lot of them had to like swim because they wouldn't have
Ooh.
canoes because they broke kapu, so they'd be swimming and then they'd have to like crawl or like walk across this horrid like sharp
Ooh.
black jagged rock.
Well, that's like enough of a punishment right there, in my opinion,
Yeah.
for the day. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I agree. That would be like, yep, you're good.
You're fine. Thank
You're
you.
fine before you even have to yeah enter. So yeah,
Oh, wow.
very cool park.
Mhm.
I knew I kept the map for a reason.
I love it. Are you gonna frame it? That'd be
No.
kinda cool.
I got that no, because I bought that lithograph poster from
Oh, that's
or
right.
the not lithograph, sorry. Screen print from the Volcanoes National Park.
That's really cool. Those are fun.
Oh yeah, those ones are way better than the ones I got online.
Well, yeah, I mean, it was, like, made right there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was made, yeah, so
Yeah, that's awesome.
no, I have that one framed.
Okay,
And then I'm just
that's
gonna
cool.
add like other photos that I took.
Oh, that's fun.
I've got like 80 pictures of like sunsets.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're in Hawaii. I mean,
Yeah, but like
gorgeous
now I'm like,
sunset.
what am I gonna do with them?
Yeah.
You know?
Make a huge collage. Just make one giant sunset.
Ooh,
That'd be
ooh,
kinda
that's creative.
fun. Alright, should we get back to the story? The Night Marchers?
The sulfur? Yeah.
The sulfur. Yeah. Alright, so in life, kind chiefs supposedly took to traveling at nighttime in order to avoid being spotted by commoners and leaving a subsequent bloodbath everywhere they went. So if they felt nice
Oh
enough,
my
they
gosh, that's funny.
Oh, is that funny?
Because, like, they had to, like, travel at night 'cause they're like, "Well, I don't want
Yeah.
my shadow touching, like, my girlfriend or anything or, like, my friends,
Like,
'cause they have to die."
yeah. Yeah, that's true. I
Can you
guess I
imagine
don't
that? You're, like, trying to, like, date somebody, and you're, like, the chief, and you go on a date, and all of a sudden, like, the shadow, like, you're like, "No!" You're, like,
It's
sharing, like,
yeah,
a
just
nice
touch
meal.
the
Yep.
gold touch.
And then all
Well, I
of a
think
sudden,
yeah. Well, I think I heard too is, like, for them, like, people that were high up, like, level in their social,
they're fine.
standards, like yeah, they were it was, like, the higher ups, like, the chiefs and then, like, their partners or whoever,
Mhm.
I think their close group of people, they believed, like, they were kinda, like, at the same not the same level, but, like, pretty close. So, like, the power transfer wouldn't be so dramatic as from, like, chief to commoner.
That's you would think it'd be the opposite, right?
What do
Because
you
if
mean?
I mean, like, because like the commoner is like a peasant, you know, they see them as like little mud pigs or whatever.
Oh.
So you would think that like the power transfer to them wouldn't
Uh-huh.
be so much as if it was like somebody the same sort of class like level as you, right? I would think that because they're like more like powerful, right? I would
Uh-huh.
think that they're more my enemy, trying to suck the power out of my shadow rather than the
Okay.
little mud pigs.
I mean, I guess I get that. Like, I understand what you're saying, but I
Mhm.
guess I kind of understood it too as like, like when you're thinking of like the locks in a dam, like how you're trying to raise water levels, like the difference between like a full lock between like an empty one. So like all of a sudden the water would like rush into
Good
the empty one.
point.
That's kind of how like
Good
I
example. All
thank you.
right. I'll buy
Okay.
that.
Okay. Perfect. All right.
I'm easy to, sucker in. Okay.
Sucker into the story. Okay.
Mhm.
Sounds good. So
I'm a little mud pig.
but big. Okay. So that tradition, according to legend, is carried onto the afterlife as night marchers continue their eternal protective escort. So basically, they're cursed forever to like protect the chief or like the power of the chief as they're constantly just like walking their rounds like all the time forever.
They're committed.
They're very committed. Yes.
Mhm.
And I have some photos of like the marchers like helmets and stuff. They to me so they're like a cross between what's there's like a video game character that it looks like and I don't remember.
They look
No.
like the Martian
Yeah.
guy from Bugs Bunny. What's his name?
Yeah. Martin the Martian.
Yes, they look like Martin the Martian.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's like it looks almost like a coconut helmet in some of the pictures or depictions. With like the Martin the Martian like cut out that looks like just like two round eyes.
In his
Just
eyes,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
So
With like little
just
squid tentacles hanging from the
so
bottom.
so listeners, take the visual of Martin the Martian, okay? Cut his head off.
Oh,
Then
okay.
place it on Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's body, and that is what the Night Hunters look like, or the Marchers.
I mean, just give Dwayne the Rock Johnson Martin the Martian's helmet, and there you go.
Or you could take Martin
Or
the
I could
Martian
chop
and
his head
chop
off.
his head
Either
Yeah,
way.
that's what he looks like.
Yeah,
That's what they look like.
yeah. That's a good description, yeah.
Thank you.
Good word painting. So, how do you survive these encounters? So, to help give you some time to run and hide to protect yourself, the marchers will blow a conch shell and then beat their drums. So, like if you hear this at night, basically run inside.
Drive
Like
away.
drive away, run away, yeah, whatever you can do.
Mhm.
And then if you're unable to get inside quickly, you can lie on the ground face down, and you must be perfectly silent and still, because like any sudden sound or movement could make the marchers look at you and want to kill you. So don't move, don't say anything. Let's see. So if you make eye contact with the night marchers, you will die and be forced to march with them for an eternity.
No.
Yeah, so you really probably don't want to be killed by them, unless you want to march with them for eternity.
Oh. Do you
So
get to
some
be, like, jacked and everything, or is it just gonna be, like
I think you have to go to boot camp. They send you off to boot camp, and you get
okay.
jacked.
Well,
Yeah.
that I would be fine with that. I just don't want my
Okay.
little Midwest toad body, like,
Just marching.
marching
Just all
around
these
with them,
jacked people.
with these jacked people. Yeah, I
I'd
don't
be
want
like, "Oh, there
that.
goes Kendra."
Yep.
See?
Which one is the one from the Midwest again? Oh, that
That one.
that one.
Oh, man.
Don't want that. Okay.
But you get a cool helmet, though, so, I mean, you get
It'd
a
be
cool
worse.
Okay. So, some legends say that before you lie down on the ground, you must strip off your clothes and urinate on yourself. Um,
They're not jellyfish, so no.
Not gonna
It's
sting
gonna
you.
take the sting out while they kill you.
Yeah.
It'll
So
take yeah, if you pee on yourself, it'll take the sting out while they chop your head off.
yep, I've
Yep.
heard though I think white vinegar works better for jellyfish stings than
Literally, I swear to you, just water.
yeah,
Not
that too.
salt water, but just, like,
Just, like,
water.
flush it
Just,
out,
like
yeah.
yeah, like, it doesn't have to be piss.
That's, like, the only thing
Whoever
you
came
have.
out with that was nasty.
I think it has some truth to it, but it's, like, not
But, like,
great.
pee has water in it, right? Like,
It
it
does,
is,
yeah.
like, just it is, like, garbage, and that's why
Yeah,
it's
it flushes
leaving
out your
your body,
kidneys.
but,
Yep.
like, there is water in it, so I
Mhm.
guess there's truth to it, but, like, if I get stung by a jellyfish, I can wait and cry while somebody goes and gets water.
Or vinegar, yeah, vinegar and water, flush it
Mhm.
out.
Yep.
Yeah,
I
I've
don't
also
want a
heard
golden shower while I'm at the beach.
You're so awkward too.
Pee on me.
No, thank you. I've also heard too that, like, ticks, they hate, like, peppermint oil, like,
Pee?
the no,
Oh
peppermint oil.
my god, I was like, "What in the world are you doing?"
Yeah, so if you carry, like, a little bottle of, like, strong peppermint oil, like, pure peppermint oil, and you get a tick on you, just slather that tick with peppermint oil, and it'll unlatch and get off you.
I mean, I would, but, like, who am I, Willy Wonka? Why am I walking around with, like, peppermint oil?
I mean I
Peppermint patty?
I mean, I will if I'm going
You
into the
will?
woods, yeah.
I'm
I'm not getting
freaking
bit by no ticks. Are you
I
kidding me?
just you know what? I just put DEET on myself. I know
Yeah,
it's bad.
same.
I know it's basically, like, cancer perfume,
Yeah.
but I'm not gonna remember to bring peppermint oil.
I just have my little fanny pack with my vinegar and my peppermint oil. I'm set.
It's like a character from Candyland, oh my god.
What would my character name be? Just like Peppermint Patty?
Yeah, just peppermint I don't know, peppermint patty,
Alright.
like, from Snoopy. I don't
Sounds good.
know. Yeah. I mean, we laugh about this now, like, I'm making fun of you now, but, like, you'll be
Yeah.
laughing at me while I'm dying of cancer because of DEET in, like, what,
Yeah,
40
you're
years?
like, we'll be in the woods, and you're like, "I got a tick on me." I'm like, "Wish she had some peppermint oil."
Mhm.
Like, yeah. Alright, back to the night marchers. Okay, so the reason why you're supposed to, like, urinate on yourself is because it's thought the smell of urine will make the night marchers think that you are unclean and then will want nothing to do with you.
Little piggies.
Yeah, little mud
Little mud
pigs.
pigs. Just roll in the mud.
I don't know if that's nasty enough, though.
Ugh, that's it is.
It is
It's enough.
okay. Okay. The night marchers are set diligently upon their destination, and unless you make eye contact with them, the spirits are not like gonna deviate from their path just to go after you. So basically, if you like get away from them or like lie down still, like as long as you don't look at them, they should just leave you alone.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Yeah, they're not gonna like run after you with a spear and chase you through the woods. Like you're gonna be fine. So it is believed that the ultimate way to survive the night marchers is that if one of your relatives or ancestors is amongst them. If you're about to be killed by the marchers, your ancestor is supposed to step forward and protect you. They will shout "Dau," which means mine, indicating that one of the warriors has recognized you as a descendant, and the procession will just pass by without causing you harm.
Aw,
It's actually like, really good luck to have somebody that you're related to in the night marchers.
that's really sweet.
Yeah, it is really sweet. So the night marchers have been known to walk through the walls of homes.
What the
Yeah, so like along these old paths, if you have a home, I'll tell you how to protect yourself. Here you
That'd be so scary.
go. Yes.
Oh
So
my gosh. What are those things in, Minecraft that, like, come after you at night?
like pretty much everything.
Wait, but, like, I'm bad at Minecraft, and I always
Okay.
forget to close the doors, and then they come in and they kill me. So,
Well,
what
it
that's
depends. What does it look like? What color is it?
I don't know, like, green, gray, or
Green.
something?
Okay, so the green one is a creeper. It explodes.
Yeah, so, like, the creeper come in there and then, like, kills me.
Yeah. Yeah,
I don't
basically,
close
yeah.
my door.
Mhm.
But this thing just comes through the
Yeah, I mean they're
wall.
spirits. Like they don't value walls. They'll just walk through. So to protect yourself, you want to make sure your house is protected. You can plant Hawaiian tea plants. So the tea plants are spelled Ti. The tea plants are to ward off. They're said to ward off evil spirits. Tea plants are connected to the god Lono, the Hawaiian god of fertility, and Laka, the goddess of hula. The leaves have been used by the Kahuna priests in their religious ceremonies as a protection to ward off evil spirits and to bring in good. And they're also what?
I said, put it in your Amazon cart right
Yeah,
now.
there you go. Buy a plant. Yeah, they also are used in leis, so they make like good luck leis with those. It's like the pretty traditional the green leafy leis. That's what they make them out of.
Damn it. They
Did
gave
you
me
not get one of those?
orchids. No, they gave me like the purple, like the orchids, like
Those
the
are pretty too.
flowers.
Yeah.
It was pretty, but I would rather have had
Tea.
protection.
Yeah. So you also don't want your front door and your back door to be straight in line with each other, because this can be a vortex and attract spirits and the night marchers.
Yeah.
So
Just a
yeah, it's
runway of evil.
yeah, basically yeah. And I have a couple pictures for you, Kendra, if you want to take a look at them of
I
the tea
am.
plants.
I see this. So you have a picture of the tea lay. So if I ever go back to Hawaii, which I hope I do, because it was beautiful, I
It
will
is.
specifically ask for.
For protection.
Yes. When if they give me a lay, I'll be like, nope. I'd rather. Do you have a tea plant, tea leaf one?
They're kind of pretty plants too. It's kind of
I think
leafy.
it's beautiful. I like it, but I'm
I
gonna
think
ask for this one specifically.
okay. And I think so when I was googling it, I think there's different varieties. So it first came up with like a pinkish kind of one. So it's like a pinky color, and then there's a green color. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, they're pretty plants.
Whatever does a trick, I'm not peeing on myself.
You're not stripping naked and being on yourself.
Nope.
Okay, fair enough. So it is dangerous to seek out the marchers. Most locals know better. However, families who claim ancestral ties to those particular processions can take the marchers very seriously and know at least enough to respect it. So like don't if you're smart, don't go and like taunt them and go look for them. And if
Yeah.
yeah.
Have these like ghost hunter shows gone and done this?
I haven't seen any episodes about this specifically, but they
Okay.
do that to like regular spirits. Like they'll
Yeah.
taunt them and bring like
Yeah.
presents or
Ginseng is
whatever.
bad.
Yeah, there's like a level. So like if you do it out of respect, I think it's fine. But if you're trying to make them do something, I don't like that because it's like you're just making them angry.
Plus, like, if you were a spirit, why would you want to talk to like those nerds with the cameras?
I mean, like if they were respectful, I think it would be fine. But if like you're yelling at me to like touch
Like,
something or
tap
move,
the wall 5 times.
yeah, it's like go away, please. I want to go to my eternal resting place.
Yeah.
All right, so this is another rule that I think Native Americans also follow. Don't ever whistle in the dark.
I know. Yeah.
Just don't do it.
You're not supposed to do that.
Yeah. So some say that you might inadvertently summon the night marchers, or like Native Americans here say like anything evil basically at
Anything bad
nighttime.
spirits. Yeah, you're not supposed
Yeah,
to do that.
yeah, don't whistle.
Yeah.
And if yeah, so
Play
and if
stupid games, win stupid prizes.
yeah, basically yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And if the night marchers arrive, no walls can stop them. The only thing that's been said to cause them to veer from their path is the presence of the tea plants. So, yeah, don't whistle.
Next time I go to Hawaii, I'm just gonna be like covered, like
Just like a vest out
just
of
like
the
a
tea
vest of
plants.
the tea plants. I'll have like lays like all the way up to my neck, just like
Heck yeah.
a collar. Oh my
You'll
god!
be like perfectly protected when you go out on your midnight strolls in the mountains.
Heck no! I'm not going doing that no more. Nope.
I feel like this will ruin your like nighttime excursions in Hawaii.
I just wanted to look at the stars.
That
I
is cool.
wasn't doing anything like trampling anything. I just wanted to look at the stars.
Well, yeah, that'd be the fun part. I'd like to see that. That'd be fun. So, in some instances, you might not notice the marchers approaching. Perhaps gale force winds drowned out the drums, or you're simply at the wrong place, wrong time. But no matter the scenario, you must hope that the ghost warriors take mercy on you. If not, you'll hear a shriek of "Oe," which means "let them be pierced." And that'll be the end of you.
Oh my god!
So, yeah, they'll stab you with their pointy, sharp things.
Great.
Yeah.
Not enough pee in the world can save you.
No, drink like a gallon of water.
Oh my gosh.
So, when can you see them?
I don't.
Yeah,
I don't.
please don't go searching for them. That's not smart.
If you go to Hawaii, please be like respectful. You are a visitor.
Yes. Yeah, that's the thing too. Is that's a lot of the locals get really annoyed with all the tourists
I can
because
see why.
there's like the respect for the culture is like almost non-existent, which is really really sad. So like when you go over there, just be respectful of like their culture and like their food and the land and like everything,
The
because
land, I would say.
is a big one. Yeah. All right. So the ancient spirits are thought to be the most active during the new moon and near sacred sites such as the temples, caves, and areas that were once reserved for the alehi or the chiefs. On Oahu, there are numerous reports of night marchers in the Kawana Valley, Yokohama Bay. I need help pronouncing.
Hey, these words are hard.
So, I apologize if I'm pronouncing things incorrectly. I listened to podcasts and tried to get the names, but it is hard for my little Midwestern brain.
Very hard.
Yeah, so there's Karina Point and Kalama Valley, amongst many other locations. So the night marchers are thought to come out during periods of heavy wind, rain, and high surf, and fog or mist often accompanies them on their journey. Kim just giving me a grimace. I think you're fine. You made it. You're fine.
I was in a car. Yeah, I was in a car.
Yeah.
We were in a Dodge Challenger because that's all that was left at the car rental place. So we would have zoomed past them.
Woo! Outran them. Alright, so the legend has it that they are seen marching in alternating rows of males and females, and they carry torches and chant to the beat of a drum. It is also said that the night marchers appear on certain nights designated by the moon, including Poakua and the 14th night of the new moon, and the nights of Kane, Ku, Lono, and Kanaloa.
So were those like holidays?
Yeah, so I'll kind of like go through it. So,
Okay.
so the Hawaiians, especially like ancient Hawaii, they followed the lunar calendar. So basically, the cycles of the moon. And there are certain days that there's like at least 2 days per month, like every the 14th and the 27th day of like the lunar calendar. Those are the 2 days that are most significant for the night marchers.
Okay.
And I think they have to do with like the gods and goddesses, like something with like what they represented.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, if you understand the lunar cycles and the history of the night marchers, you might be able to anticipate their arrival in certain areas. They tend to appear mostly during the last 4 Hawaiian moon phases, as the moon wanes into blackness, and they seem to prefer sacred sites and notable cultural spots such as Makahana Valley Plantation, Kahina Point, and Kalama Valley, among others. So the night marchers are said to march on the 27th night of the Hawaiian lunar calendar, also known as Pokane. Kane is one of the 4 main Hawaiian gods, the god of nature/water. It is believed that on the night of Pokane, the chiefs would go and visit and tend the temples and the other sacred places. It is also believed that on this night, there was enough light to see what they were doing, but also have the smallest shadows, like the less risk of like transferring your power.
Yeah. Shadows are bad.
Shadows and eyes are
Are
bad.
shadows good in any culture?
That's a good question. I don't
I
know.
don't
I'll
think
go look
so.
into
I
that.
think they're just always evil.
I don't know.
Always evil, ominous, like.
Well, it's like with a lot of dark stuff, though, like at nighttime and like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, all that stuff. So this is a first-hand account from an article by howstuffworks.com. So Hawaiian priest and local culture practitioner Lokpaka Kapuni says that he personally encountered the night marchers. Quote, I was in a Chinese cemetery one evening leading a ghost tour. The entire cemetery is built over a night marcher's trail.
Oh, great.
So unbeknownst to him, he just happened to be standing in the middle of their path, and their effect on him was immediate and overwhelming. So it was like being encapsulated, he said. The sound was gone, I could see the wind moving and the trees and tall grass around me, but I couldn't hear or feel it. It became unbearably hot. Later he would learn from a cousin that the ancestors in the otherworldly procession must have recognized him and surrounded him to provide him protection for the marchers. So like while they're marching through, they like surrounded him to make sure he didn't get killed.
Oh, his ancestors did?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. So his professional advice is that if you happen to encounter the spirits, the best thing for anyone to do if they hear the night marcher procession approach is to run. Get out of there. Make yourself very scarce. Don't stop and try to take selfies like some foolish people have done in the past. Just run. Don't be that person. So yeah, just like get out of there.
Yeah. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
That needs to be
like
a t-shirt.
A spear in your head.
Yeah, yep. The first written account of the night marchers wasn't until 1883. The document described various sightings of ghost soldiers following the spirit of King
Kamehameha. Oh my goodness.
Good job.
Oh, I used to know it. Okay, King Kamehameha. Goodness gracious.
Kamehameha?
Yeah, that one. Is that one?
Kamehameha?
I think so. Yeah. I think it's that
I'll
one.
look it up. I'll just voice it in if it's wrong.
I think it's that one.
Okay.
Watch some nerdy documentary because he's the one that, like, united all of Hawaii.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so I watched a nerdy documentary about him.
Okay. Let's see. So the spirit of King Kamehameha the Great on the Big Island. This wasn't the only claim by Hawaii residents who had seen the frightening ghosts of the night. Indeed, the legends of the Night Marchers are still told throughout the Hawaiian Islands today, with more than a few locals that proclaim that they are not just a fairy tale. Across the islands, residents have reported seeing a line of torches moving down the mountain, many times in areas with sheer cliffs and no roads or trails for miles. So some say that the night marches just leave their footprints behind, while others claim that they float above the ground, leaving without a trace. In either case, the universal understanding amongst believers is that you should never cross a night marcher's path. So like there's been cases where like people walk out and like see where they were and they see footprints in the path. Or they just like they must be like following an ancient path that's not there anymore. They just see them on like sheer cliffs, stuff like that. And it's apparently they see them on every island, so it's not just like
Yeah,
one like
that makes
isolated.
sense. And it's just on every island.
Hmm.
That's just so freaky, though. Like, for like, if you're on the, like, I've only been to the Big Island,
Hmm.
and then I guess Maui when I was like a baby, but who remembers that?
Yeah, no.
But like, since you stay like in a resort or whatever, like on the shoreline area on
Hmm.
the Big Island, you just like are always seeing like mountains and like hills in the distance.
Hmm.
It'd be like so terrifying to see like torches or whatever like moving down or like flickering or whatever like in the
Hmm.
mountains.
Oh yeah,
That seems super freaky.
yeah, it does. Yeah, especially like at nighttime and it's windy and it's rainy and it's just
Yes.
oh. All right, so some resources for this podcast include theculturetrip.com, onlyinyourstate.com, howstuffworks.com, www.tohawaii.com, mysteriesofhawaii.com, honolulumagazine.com, hawaii.edu, and then I listened to the Spirits Podcast's episode of the Night Marchers. Yeah, there's a lot of different articles and a lot of different pieces, but it's an interesting history to
I
take a look at.
like it. I don't like ghosts and all that, but I
Uh-huh.
like that this one was interesting.
Yeah, it is. And when I first heard about it, I just heard that like, don't look at them, they'll kill you, and then that was pretty much it. But
Yeah.
like actually listening to like why they're there and like they protect the chief and like
Mhm.
why you're not supposed to look at them, it makes more sense.
Yeah, I like the whole thing rather I like this whole like backstory with them and like their reasoning for why they're like stuck
Hmm.
marching, whatever at night, rather than like the little like Victorian child that died of tuberculosis that just like sits in the rocking chair for all of eternity. Like that's
Yeah,
boring and weird.
yeah, it's really sad. Yeah.
That's like boring and weird to me. I'm just like, okay.
It's like, what would you rather do with your afterlife? Sit in a rocking chair and scare people or climb a mountain and scare people?
Or like
Mm.
protect your chief and walk around for all of eternity and
Yeah,
really
there
show
you
your
go.
commitment or your
Super
duty.
buff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's way better than sitting in a rocking chair crying.
I agree. So I do have like a legend, like a different cryptid from Hawaii, but I don't
Oh,
know if we
many
want to.
hunas, right?
Yeah, Manahuna. Yeah,
Okay, so do I still have that or did I get rid of it? I
do
think
you
I
have something
got
on
rid
it?
of it. So I think I got rid of it because I'm a hoarder, but I don't think I have it anymore.
Oh,
Darn. So, when I think I was 10 years old, we went to Los Angeles and
okay.
we went to this place called Trader Vic's, which is
It's like
like,
Trader Joe's, like weird
no,
cousin.
no, 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 no. Trader Vic's was like a famous, like Polynesian themed, like cocktail lounge
Oh, okay.
bar, like sort of like was like luxury sort of dining,
Okay.
and it's famous in like Beverly Hills or whatever, wherever it was. And so they have like the tiki drinks and all that, right? So I took one of the little whatever like things that poke the pineapple and they're in the drinks, little like swords.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Yeah, the stir, whatever it was, but it was it had the little menehuna, little like little thing at the top of it, and it said like menehuna. So
Oh,
that's the
interesting.
only reason why I know about them. And
Or
I
just
wish
with a
I
stir
had it.
stick.
See, the stir stick was meant for something. I knew it when I hoarded it and didn't get rid of it for many, many years. It was on my desk in college. I still had
Was
it
it
there.
really?
Yes, I still have it. I don't know. I think I got rid of it. I think I finally got rid
Oh,
of it. And that's why I kept it, Katrina. For this
just one
one
pocket.
moment. I knew it. To everybody out there that's a hoarder or have like hoarding tendencies, keep them. Keep it.
That's dangerous.
I don't care. You're gonna need it. I'm telling you right now, you're going to need it because now I'm looking really dumb.
No, you're
Really
not. I
dumb.
believe you. I believe you. It's okay.
No, but I could have like whipped it out and been like, "You mean these?"
This thing? This little tiny guy?
You'd be like, "What in the world?"
Okay, so do you know anything else about, like, the Menehune
No, just I
besides.
thought it was 10-year-old me thought it was cute.
Okay, fair enough, yeah. So, yeah, so I found, like, a quick I don't know if it's not really like a cryptid, it's more like a legend. But yeah, so here I'm gonna read an article from tohawaii.com. So Hawaiian legend has it that many centuries ago, the Menehune were a mischievous group of small people, or dwarves, who lived in the forests and the valleys of the islands before the first settlers arrived from Polynesia. These Menehune who roamed the deep forests at night were said to be about 2 feet, or sometimes as tiny as 6 inches tall. Very
Oh,
tiny. Small enough to fit into the palm of a hand. They enjoyed dancing, singing, and archery, and their favorite foods were bananas and fish.
that's a great diet.
Yeah, fish is supposed to be pretty healthy.
I love fish. It's my favorite
See?
thing. It's like my favorite meal.
Yeah, salmon, yeah.
Hmm.
So the Menehune have been known to use magic arrows to pierce the heart of angry people, igniting feelings of love instead.
They're little cupids.
Yeah, it's adorable.
These things are awesome.
So they also enjoy cliff diving, and according to local
What the
lore,
fuck?
it's just random, I know.
What, are we trying to date them? What is this, their Bumble account?
This is their their addition to The Bachelor.
What are they like? Wait, they also enjoy long walks on the beach.
That's coming up next, yeah.
Their favorite meal is
Their favorite meal, bananas and
it's
fish.
their little cliff. These things are cool.
Yeah, they are. They're awesome.
F those stupid Smurfs. Those Smurfs are gross.
Why?
Because there's only the one girl, Smurfette.
Yeah, that's always odd to me. Yeah, she
And
wasn't
then,
like a
like,
real Smurf, was she? She was like made by the evil guy.
oh, Gargamel?
Yeah,
We
I
should
think
do
he
a
made
thing
her.
about the Smurfs or something.
Yeah, it's a future podcast. We'll save our rants till
Maybe it's
then.
not that creepy, but it's still creepy because what are they? How are the
I
Smurfs?
don't want to know. This is a
Are they all brothers and like they're all brothers?
yeah,
And the
because they have
Papa
one
Smurf is
papa.
Papa?
Yeah,
I
they,
don't like it. I think I honestly, I think if I watched like the cartoon as an adult, I'd be
mhm.
rooting for Gargamel. I think I
Yeah,
would.
it's like Tom and Jerry. I root for Tom a lot more. Always have.
I've always rooted for Tom.
Yeah, I've always
Always,
too.
even as a child. I don't know what that
Yeah,
means.
means you realize how wrong people can be. Like you have actual morals and know what
I
people
have
are
a
being
very
jerks.
strong sense of justice.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah,
Very.
yeah. I
Almost
mean,
too
it
like it's too extreme.
tracks.
Mhm.
Okay, so getting back to the Menehune.
Yay.
So, according to local lore, they were smart, extremely strong, and excellent craftsmen. They were rarely seen by human eyes, and they are credited with mighty feats of engineering and overnight construction. These ingenious master builders used their great strength to build temples, fish ponds, roads, canoes, and houses. And one such structure they believed to have built is the Menehune Ditch. So, a historic irrigation ditch that funnels water from the Waimea River on Kauai. Another one of their amazing feats is the legendary overnight construction of the Le'ikoko fish pond in Kauai, where the archaeologists estimate to be around 1,000 years old.
Wow.
So it is said that they built the fish pond for a princess and her brother. The shy but strong group lined up in a double row, which stretched for 25 miles, and then the workers passed stones hand to hand to build the pond. They worked at night so not as to be seen by others. They were cutting, transporting, and fitting stones for their projects in a long bucket brigade. If they were discovered, their work would have been abandoned. So like once they're seen building something, they just like stop and they run away. They like don't build it anymore. So the Menehune were promised no one would watch them at work, which was carried out after dark. However, one night the royal siblings snuck up and watched the thousands of menehune at work, only to fall asleep. At sunrise, the menehune discovered them and turned them into twin stone pillars, which can be seen today.
Cool.
So in the mountains above the fish pond.
I thought they were going to eat them, but then you're like, turn them to stone. I was like, yeah.
Just turn to stone.
Play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
Yeah, little kids.
Little men at work, don't watch them.
Oh. So interrupted by the sun, the menehune left 2 gaps in the fish pond wall. Many generations later, Chinese settlers filled in the gaps to raise mullet. But the stonework that closed the gap is far inferior to that of the mystical menehune. So just kind of like further saying that like the menehune were master craftsmen and knew what they were doing compared to people that just came in to patch their whatever they didn't finish. So even though the menehune were said to be displaced when the first settlers arrived in Hawaii, some people still believe that the menehune are roaming on the islands, carrying out tricks on people. Indeed, in the 1820 census of Kauai listed 65 people as menehune. Other Hawaiian mythology records refer to a few other forest-dwelling races.
I found my stir stick on Etsy, so it was like this.
Did you really?
Yes, of course. It was exactly like this.
It looks like a little koala bear.
Yeah, but this is what they look like.
That's what your menehune looked like?
Yes, exactly like this. No, but they're supposed to look like... I don't want to show you the next one because the one next to it has titties. So I don't want to show you that.
Okay.
So this is what they used. So this is what like Trader Joe's used to have.
Trader Joe's or Trader Vic's?
Oh, sorry. Not Trader Joe's.
Trader Vic's too, but Trader Joe's.
This is Trader Vic's. This is what they used to have. Offensive, right?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, extremely offensive. So then they changed it to exactly like this. This one. This was this one.
Interesting.
And then down here, then like down, we said Trader Vic's, and then
okay. Interesting. Okay, so it's basically just like a all orange stir stick. It's kind of a koala-looking man.
It only looks like a koala because their hairstyle.
It's the same orange. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, the hairstyle when it's all
like
the same color looks like it has
but it's
like
their hair.
koala barriers. Yeah, so it's like
And they have a cute little button nose.
Yeah, they do.
They're so cute.
All right, Wanderers, thank you so much for joining us for another Foolish Wanderers podcast. We hope you enjoyed this episode, and if you have any future suggestions, please feel free to email us at fwplisteners@gmail.com.
And as always, new episodes of the FWP are released from wherever you get your podcast from, including this place that you're listening to right now. And if you'd like, we would really appreciate it if you would consider leaving us a 5-star review. It really helps us out, and it helps our show grow and get into the algorithms, so new listeners can come and join us.
Yeah, and thank you so much to all the Wanderers who actually took the time to give us a 5-star rating or a 4-star rating. We really appreciate it.
1-star rating. I don't know.
We're at 4.6, and we really, really appreciate it, so thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Wanderers, thank you so much for listening. We'll see you guys next time.